This looks pretty intense, right? It looks pretty intense right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, it looks like he's smiling. Oh, yeah. All right, you want to see what actually happened? Look at this. Hold on. Does this look chaotic to you? Does this look chaotic? Do you see any whips? You see any whips? I don't see any whips. So,
you stupid motherfucker. You literally showed the picture of the Border Patrol smacking people with a fucking rain. What's up, guys? This is me, Crimson6062. I want to say thank you to my patrons. If you want to help out the channel, please hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you want to become a patron, the link is in the description. Please help this channel grow and we can actually spread the word. All right, so I have some news for you guys. And if you are a YouTube content creator that responds to a lot of these fuckers, these right-wing motherfuckers online, you probably would have actually noticed this. What's been happening? And I saw it with Dave, Lord of Patriarchy, War Corp, all this other good shit. I saw it with him before. What a lot of these right-winger creators are doing, they're no longer releasing clips. Now, I know what you're saying. You're like, well, some of them still do, but a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are fucking making you sit through a couple of hours of their fucking content in order to motherfucking not have shit just fall back on them. And you know who's been doing that as well? Our good friend Gothix. Now, and let me just change the screen a little bit. Background filters. Here we go. That one. Yeah. Okay, cool. Our good friend Gothix here. Well, she actually has a new show out. You know what her new show out is called? Her new show is called The Grift. I wonder where she would have gotten that name from. About The Grift. I wonder. Let's check something out, guys. Let's check something out. Now I know if you watch my channel, you actually know where I'm gonna go with this. And I'm gonna milk this shit for as much as I fucking can. So, our good friend Gothix literally DM'd me on Twitter talking about, I don't like publicly counting out people, so this is a courtesy DM. Unless you're interested in having a conversation with me, get off my dick. Funny. I would have sworn she was a woman, but you know, trans rights are human rights. I'm not impressed by the looks of your likes to dislike ratio. Ooh, scary. Algorithm, engagement, all that other good shit. And I'm sure others aren't either. You imply that I do this shit for the notoriety. Oh. So yeah, this is the fun little things that I've actually said to her. And yeah, fun fact. What was that? Why not just reach her out of conversation? She didn't want to. So yeah, I'm milking the fuck out of this thing because even with somebody who has 600 subscribers, pissed off somebody with, at the time, 216,000. So yeah, I'm milking the shit out of this. So, ooh, let's see the stupid shit she said. Besides, you know, what's CAC? So let's go.
Watching, but that is not what's gonna happen on this stream today. Sigma Prime, thank you so much for that $4.44 super chat.
What? I know I mess shit up all the time, but like, really? You missed that? I don't know. I'm just being petty at this time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get to the real meat of the conversation.
Thank you so much. So
let's go.
Yeah. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. And I'm sure some of you have seen this already. This person has been popping up a lot as of late because they have their own show, they have their own platform. I get it. But I got some things I want to share. So let's see. Let me put this up on the screen.
You know what's funny? And I'm not gonna lie with this one. I know my production value is shit because, you know, I'm doing this out of the front room of my home. But you would think that somebody who has a lot more resources than what I do, that they would be able to do this just a little bit better. But you know, I digress, right? All right. But let's go.
This is gonna make my drive home so much better. All right, we'll see about that. We'll see. Let me see.
Yeah, it's called. And by the way, her show is called The Grift.
So let's take a look at the evidence. Let's take a look at the evidence. All right, Exhibit A. Exhibit A. Here we go.
If you've been watching the news for the past few days or on Twitter or TikTok, you're probably familiar with the name Gabby Petito, the 22-year-old aspiring social media influencer who was reported missing after her fiancé returned from their van life excursion without her. On Sunday, human remains believed to be Petito's were found in a national park in Wyoming. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow to confirm.
Now, granted, here's the thing. Why do people find this enjoyable? I know, okay, I know I do theatrics. I'm on here right now with a katana that I've had since I was 18. First job, first thing that I bought my first job. But, like, she's not even enjoyable. Like, she sits back. Is it because she's a pretty face? She just is a pretty face that, like, right-wingers just can throw money at because reasons? I don't get it. Like, she's just looking, like, halfway annoyed. But I don't know. Maybe this shit is just me. But let's continue.
From the identity. Now, it goes without saying that no family should ever have to endure that kind of pain. And the Petito family certainly deserves answers and justice. But the way this story has captivated the nation has many wondering, why not the same media attention when people of color go missing? Well, the answer actually has a name. Missing White Woman Syndrome, the term coined by the late and great Gwen Ifill to describe the media. And
all right, so let's just stop here. And I just want to address this. So, is there a problem that's going on where you get All-American Girl that when they go missing, it's something that's terrible, that's just out the box, and it's just like, it could happen to your daughter? Is that something that we see in media? Yes! Fuck yes! Fuck yes! Is that something that is plastered across the fucking every news story? There are people that will sit back and try to gain motherfucking clout off of this. There's actually a woman, a channel that I follow, Crude AF, who is literally talking about a woman who took a theatrical approach to say that, oh yeah, I'm here to like show respect, and she's using it to cloud chase. There is absolutely something that goes on that happens. But you know what doesn't get publicized? All the missing and exploiting children that are not the pretty next girl next door. How about we talk about all of the trans murders that is happening down in places like Texas and Dallas. Not Texas and Dallas. Houston and Dallas. Because they're trans black women. Why aren't we talking about that? Why isn't that pushed nonstop across the fucking news? The murder of so many different sex workers. Why isn't that an issue? Why aren't people bringing that up? But yet somebody who I get it. She's the and to go back to it, the pretty white girl next door, the suburban, the high school sweethearts that may seem like it's a tragic end. The media focuses on this because it can be your daughter. It's the girl down the street. This is something that we know happened. Hell, it's across the country. I live in the Chicagoland area. Remember Scott Peterson, the police officer who effectively got away with murder? Like, and it's just, this is a real phenomenon. Now, is it malicious? I'm not gonna assign maliciousness to it. Is it? Do I think it's more of, well, the girl next door type thing? Yeah, fuck yeah. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that marginalized groups don't also have this issue. But let's see what this response from Gothix would actually be. You know, even though she would be part of the groups that will get ignored if it was something to happen to her. But let's go. But I guess she feels that she has money, so it shouldn't happen to her. So people should be, yeah, sure. Last one in, first one out. But let's go.
Public fascination with missing white women like Lacey Peterson or Natalie Holloway, while ignoring cases involving missing people of color. Joining me now is Derica Wilson, co-founder and CEO of the Black and Missing Foundation. And
I don't really want to watch the rest of this. I just want to talk about Joy.
Now you see, okay, this is the problem. This is the problem right now with somebody like this. They don't want to fucking face the facts. They just want to put something that deals with their narrative. Her criticism isn't on the problem. She didn't even do the tu quoque fallacy. She's just like, well, I reject your reality and substitute my own. But let's continue. Let's see what she has to say about Joy, who's bringing a actual pointed news story and opinion piece that speaks to the fact that there are so many missing and exploited women, but because they're not the white woman next door, but they're still somebody's sister, somebody's daughter, somebody's mother. Her focus on, I don't want to hear about this. And we wonder why. She wonders why. That people call her several different terms that, you know, may symbolize, you know, or may be a token. But let's hear her non-argument about what Joy said, but just an argument about Joy. Let's go.
That's all I want to talk about, okay? So, missing white woman syndrome. First of all, I have not followed the story of Gabby. I guess she was someone who was her.
Yeah, of course you don't follow story. You complain about black people in media. That's all you do. But let's continue.
Remains were found somewhere in the desert. That's really unfortunate. And a quick search online can show that Gabby was someone that had a pretty big platform. She started a travel channel with her and her boyfriend on YouTube, also on Instagram, I believe. They both have pretty significant followings, like bigger than I do. And so here's the thing with the Joy Reid situation is the fact that she's putting race into it when there isn't a need for race. Okay, so let me go back.
Well, Gothix, here's the thing. If you would have watched the whole segment, instead of just looking at the blurb, the commentary that leads into the information, then you would have actually understood that. The fact of the matter is, you didn't want to hear the rest of the explanation, the rest of the interview. You just heard the intro. I don't get it. And the fact, and when people call you stupid because you don't understand things, I'm starting to think it's a willful ignorance. You are somebody that takes the complaint. Well, you don't take me in context. You are literally doing the thing that is taking somebody out of context. All to push a narrative that no, black people aren't oppressed. Again, if it was to happen to you, you would want all the notoriety in the world. Because look at your channel. Of course. And I do lazy content. Like, shit, I do lazy content. I sit back and respond to idiots on the internet that I can easily disprove their points. But at least I let them make their points. Do you know this chick right here got mad at you didn't even watch the whole video? She sent her little Gothix defense force to say you didn't even watch the whole video. She watched the introduction and now she's pissy. But let's continue.
This chick is gonna annoy me. She's gonna annoy me. Missing white woman. Yes. Okay. So as far as that black people never get the same amount of publicity or whatever in the media. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it like a delusion? Did I imagine 6 months of peaceful protests for one man in 2020? Did that not actually happen?
No, it didn't, you dumb motherfucker. It wasn't. It was about the systematic abuse of black people, not just one man. He was a symbol of it, but you dumb fuck. It was about the fact that Eric Gardner. It was about Breonna Taylor. It was about Arbery. I'm messed up his name. It's about all of these people. Philando Castile. Tamir Rice. We have a list of people that have been brutalized or murdered by the hands of police or law enforcement authority. That's what it was about. It wasn't the fucking it wasn't fuck. It's so many names sometimes. Like Freddie Gray. Like, no, you dumb fucker. And you sit back and you make this point that fuck. My man's name is escaping me right now. It's just like, oh, it's just about him. It's about the countless dozens and hundreds of people that have been victimized by law enforcement. That like it really fuck. This is why you guys like to see me suffer, because this stupidity is hurting me. But I do it for you guys. Let's go.
It did happen, right? Globally. Okay. And it's interesting because I know, as someone that's not even a part of like mainstream media, I'm not a journalist or anything like that. It's
no, journalists, for whatever you have to say bad about them, usually have integrity. They may be biased. In some cases, they may be stenographers, but they at least have integrity. You are definitely not a journalist. Let's go.
quite interesting that I know that the media likes to race bait headlines. They'll add race when there isn't race actually a part of the story, and they'll try to frame a situation as if it were, someone was racially profiled. A black man is killed by white police officer without having any.
So this is what I really love about fuckers like this and their simpleton audience. They're only there to boost up her ego, to make her feel good, because they know she's a idiotic sack of shit that would sit back and would just push an opinion to get money from them. Like, fuck. Okay. I'm getting upset, and I'm trying not to be upset. Yeah, no, of course she would fit in right with the New York Times. She would fit in with she platformed Buck Angel. She literally platformed Buck Angel. That transphobic piece of shit, Buck Angel. And yes, I know Buck Angel is trans, but fuck, this is the type of circles that Gothix runs in. And the protest for George Floyd wasn't just about George Floyd. It was about the history of police brutality. That's why the phrase was defund the police. But your small-minded fucking conception of what's wrong can only think past one person versus the mountains of people who have been killed by police. I covered a video where she mentioned other people. She mentioned Tony Tapper. You know, that young man who was in a fucking hotel and was executed by the police. But yo, those uppity black people, they got mad because one person got killed by the police. The fact is, she's making a category error. Joy even stated the different names of women who were the white women that were actually affected or missing or later found murder. You know how many times I've heard of missing African American children or women or children that have been made national news? One time. It was the two sisters that were lost here in the Chicagoland area. And I'm convinced that was only because it was Chicagoland area. How many times have you seen a national news story talking about, well, this African American woman is missing? But let's continue.
Any information to actually say this is something that we can prove that this was because someone was racially targeted. So that's the first thing.
Wait, what?
That's the first thing. The second thing that I wanted to point out is...
Let me go back for a second.
we can prove that this was because someone was racially targeted without having any information to actually say this is something that was that we can prove that this was because someone was racially targeted. So that's the first thing.
Wait, so she's disputing that people of color are racially targeted by the police. Is she trying to really disprove this? Is she like, please, where's your mountain of counterfacts that we have that show that African Americans are directly targeted by police? Be it for traffic vehicle stops, be it from stop and search. Like, where is this mountains of counter evidence? And thank you for hosting the stream, Mutant. Where's this mountain of counter evidence? Because all the evidence that we show, we even show the disparities in sentencings. But yeah, no, it's no evidence. Let's go.
That's the first thing. The second thing that I wanted to point out is, and I say this as respectful as possible.
Meaning that she's not gonna say it with respect. This is gonna just be not respectful. But let's go.
Because I do not like to attack people personally. I like to attack their behavior. And with Joy being a part of mainstream media and
wait, no. Fuck no. She did this chick just say she doesn't like attack people personally? She likes to attack people's behavior. Did she just say that? Did this chick just say that? And let me blow it up for you guys. Did she really think? Does she really say that she doesn't like to attack people personally? Looks like a fucking attack to me. But I don't know. It's just a theory. A video review theory. Let's go.
Having her own damn show, I'm going to attack the hypocrisy. Okay? I am all for freedom of speech. If you want to get on air and say this nonsense, fine. No,
you're not. You're not for freedom of speech. You literally threatened me over a lawsuit over my freedom of speech. No, you don't get it. You're not. You get your feelings hurt. I am convinced this thing about Joy Reid is only because she has a show that she can actually have producers and she seems more popular than you. Super chat. Do you think Candace Owens is a grifter? Her beef with Kim Caskets was nuts. How the heck can conservatives reach the inner cities? Seems like a no-win. Conservatives can't reach the inner cities because they are so concerned with motherfucking pull yourself by the bootstraps, and they don't want to fucking help people out in the inner cities. They can't. That's the end of it. Until they actually want to tell people, hey, we can provide you services versus just fuck yourself, they won't. But let's continue.
Honestly, go for it. Because when I say I'm an absolutist for free speech, I am an absolutist for free speech.
No, you're not.
However, Joy and anyone else that holds the same beliefs as Joy, you have to also accept the consequences of that speech. That doesn't mean I'm...
Wait, so does that mean that for your idiotic speak, when you get caught out on your bullshit, that you have to accept the consequences? Is that what it is? Or are you going to send more of your little flunkies to try to bully a channel that only has 600 subscribers? Is it? I'm I'm sorry, guys. If I'm being mean spirited tonight, this is like, I watched this video, I clipped this video, so I have no compassion for this chick because I was cutting through, and I give you a surprise about this shit later. Let's go.
I'm gonna attack you and tell you that you're not allowed to have those speech. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you have to accept the consequences that your rhetoric is creating more divisiveness. It's creating racism. You're making a bigger problem instead of working towards finding a solution.
Somebody else's rhetoric is creating racism. Somebody else's rhetoric is creating division. Let's see. Now, if I brought up a video that Gothix has that I'm gonna go over, that, you know, basically says how it's okay to be conservative and how to piss people off as a conservative, that wouldn't be a thing. That wouldn't be a thing. Look, it wouldn't be a thing.
Whether it was the way that I spoke,
Shut
the
up.
music.
Would it be a thing? Would it be a thing? Political correctness doesn't correct anything. It sounds as if she's trying to make a point that you should just be rude to people. Woke Hollywood. Like, Drag queen story time is a bad idea. What? Harmful rhetoric isn't as harmful as you think. It's almost as if she's talking out of her ass. But let's continue.
Missing white woman syndrome? What about missing black person syndrome? Does that sound racist? Yes, it does. You see how quickly I flipped that by swapping out the words? Okay, so...
She doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. Wow. She literally is too stupid to understand exactly the point that Joy Reid was trying to make. She's too stupid. Like, maybe if you would have watched the actual interview, you would have known what that meant. You dumb fuck. Wow. She is literally too stupid to understand the point. Look, check it out, guys. Check it out. I've always joked about how conservatives don't understand satire, don't understand sarcasm, doesn't understand hyperbole. But I am literally starting to believe that motherfuckers like this have no concept of it. It has to be specifically up and down, black and white. You say exactly what you mean because they don't understand motherfucking metaphors. Metaphors, similes, they don't understand. That's why probably so many of them take the Bible as the exact words, and it's just straight no for it because reasons. I lack the imagination to think of metaphors and similes. She's probably already done videos talking about diamond and silk. Yeah, probably so. But let's go.
That is black privilege. The ability to go on national television and say this shit when you know very well a white person wouldn't be able to say half of. So, that is black privilege. The ability to sing white woman.
Wait. It's black privilege, guys. It's like, I know I played video the other day. It's spooky month. No, this is black privilege, guys. This is black privilege. Watch this shit. Watch what she explains.
Syndrome? What about missing black person syndrome? Does that sound racist? Yes, it does. You see how quickly I flipped that by swapping out the words?
Okay. She hit it.
So that is black privilege. The ability to go on national television and say this shit when you know very well a white person wouldn't be able to say half of that without being labeled a racist, a bigot, or anti-black, or anti-whatever, right? But she can do it. This is what Terry Crews was talking about when he said we have to be careful with Black Lives Matter so it doesn't turn into Black Lives Better.
This person literally just said that mentioning missing white woman syndrome, that the only reason why Joy Reid can talk about it is because she's black. Never mind the phenomenon that people have been talking about for years, that has been in the media for years, a point that everybody knows about, that whenever something like this comes up, it is brought up time and time and again. But because Joy Reid is talking about it, and Gothix knows nothing about the news, because remember, she's not a news channel, she's not part of the mainstream media. It's only Joy Reid that has brought this up. Everybody that pressed 1 in the chat to see me do a Gothix video, thank you for the migraine that I've gotten. Thank you. Now here, let's look up the term missing white woman. Let's see how long that's been in use. It's so much so that it's a trope. It is literally a trope. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. Let's go to the Wikipedia, Andy. I know. Missing white woman syndrome is a term used by social scientists and media commentators to refer to the observed disproportionate media coverage, especially in television, of missing person cases involving young, white, upper middle class women or girls compared to the relatively lack of attention towards missing women who are not white, women of lower social classes, and missing boys or men. Mind you, she's part of this whole, well, men don't get the representation that they need in media and shit like that. Although the term was coined in the context of missing person cases, it's also sometimes used in the coverage of other violent crimes. The phenomenon has been heightened in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, South Africa, and New Zealand. The American news anchor Gwen, this is the woman that she was talking about, Eiffel, is widely considered as original of the phrase. Carlton McIan defined the syndrome as white women occupying the privileged role as violent crime victims in news media coverages. Posted in the missing white women syndrome functions as a type of racial hierarchy in the cultural imagination of the U.S. Eduardo Bolivia Silva categorized it as a racial component of missing white syndrome as a form of racial grammar, though which white supremacy is normalized and by implicit or even invisible standards. How long has this been going on? 2004. 2004. This has been coined since 2004. But you know, Joy Reid is the one that brought it up. Something tells me she just wants Joy Reid's job. But this
was the most unprofessional journalism, if I can even call it that I have ever seen. And I've seen a lot of shit within the last year. I've seen a lot of shit. But that's disgusting. And so again, Joy, you are welcome to say whatever the hell you want on this platform, but don't prop yourself up as someone who,
again, somebody like, what makes her bad? What makes her bad isn't just her. It's the simpletons that follow her. I think this is because the news rankings are tanking, and so they have to do this over the top woke bullshit. Let's go.
is a champion for marginalized people, you're helping people. No, you're literally the exact thing that you're complaining about. You have turned into that thing. So yes, this is black.
I know you are, but what am I? Literally, this is I know you are, but what am I? The fuck? You don't even do you are too stupid to do the two quote fallacy correctly. What aboutism? Like, oh my God. I feel like I'm secretly becoming misogynistic because I just think that she's stupid, and I think that people will...
The 20% needs to listen, because if they don't, they're going to find something out. The Hamptons is not a defensible position.
Thank you, X. Thank you. Oh, God. But, like, I hate this because would I be making this point if it was a guy? Yes, I fucking will. Like, but it's just like, I feel bad doing videos like this because it just looks like I'm making fun of somebody who is just so stupid. But like, let's continue.
Black privilege, and I think we need to. I think we need to call it out. Just call it out because that is what it is. Missing white woman syndrome. I cannot believe it. Let me read some of these super chats really quick, and then I'm gonna get to the next thing I want to talk about. Hold on. We had a few things here from Sean Edmonds. Thank you so much for the super chat. I think this is because go around and say that's not fair that I say that Jake only got influencer. Okay, so to recap,
let's go.
The reason that Gabby is getting so much publicity is because she had a massive following. She was an influencer. Okay, so duh. There was a lot of people looking for her because she had the following. And the thing about this is like, this is the same type of rhetoric where people like to make comparisons. And I see this a lot in the Black community specifically.
Okay. Oh, I love this part. I love this part. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's wait for it. Let's wait for it.
They like to do these comparisons where they say, well, Tyrone here got 20 years in prison for murdering this person, but Jake only got 5 years in prison for murdering some person. Who cares? Who cares?
The families of the people who went to jail cares. Motherfucker, you care. You care. Because the first thing you're gonna say, well, Black people don't know how to keep their families together and everybody's going to jail. Motherfucker, you care. And I don't even know what the fuck to say. I mean, that's like, you know, Johnny that lives in the hood goes to jail for having, 10 grams of crack cocaine. But Hunter got the powder cocaine and he gets off with a warning. And yeah, I know what I did. I know. It's almost as if people make testimonies in front of Congress saying that there are certain super predators, but little Johnny, who kind of like was just misunderstood, and he I got one better for you. Somebody gets into a fight at school, or better yet, a little kid is playing with a toy gun in the park. He's shot and killed after 12 seconds of cops pulling up. But somebody that, shoots 9 people in a church Well, they get Burger King on the way to jail. I'm just saying. Ooh, one better. Somebody who went on a shooting spree, killing Asian women in massage parlors. They get food on the way to jail because they can pass as, white. I try not to be that person that just like harps on racism all the time. But when we have motherfuckers like this that say it doesn't exist, what am I supposed to do? What am I? Let's continue.
They both murdered someone. How about we talk about why that murder was committed in the first place?
Oh, you want to solve poverty? You want to solve lack of opportunity? You want to solve mental health? Do you want to solve that? If you want to solve that, cool, great. I'm there with you. Let's see her options.
This is the way that I look at it. Okay, there are basic rules and laws, kind of unspoken rules that we live by. Don't kill, don't steal, things like that. And if you kill or you steal, you should know that consequences aren't too far after. Now, to go around and say, that's not fair that I got 20 years instead of him. What about him? I'm going to tell you exactly what my teachers used to tell me when I was in school. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you.
Okay, we know. Great. Because the whole social economic system that are leading people from the school to prison pipeline, it doesn't matter. It's just you. Oh my God. Yeah, Joe, how about don't lie? Don't lie. Or just like don't be an idiot. Like the fuck? All right, let's go.
You broke the law. You broke the rules. We're talking about you. Don't worry about what this person's doing. I'll get to him in a second. We're talking about you.
Wait, so are you looking for reform in sentencing? Or is it that you're actually saying there should be more just sentencing across the board? Is that what you're saying? Oh no, you're not saying that. You just like don't be worried about somebody else's punishment. Whatever I want to fucking treat you like, then I get to treat you like that. Right? Is that what you're saying?
So that's why I say that this is the type of rhetoric where it points the other finger instead of focusing on the problem. What's causing the problem?
So, like, wow, she doesn't get it. She doesn't understand that we should all have equal protection under the law. And the fact that people don't is not a problem because you should only worry about you. Then why the fuck are you worried about Joy-Ann Reid? You shouldn't be worried about her. You should be worried about your channel and doing what you want to do. Oh, wait, that doesn't apply because you? Fuck out of here.
All right, we got another super chat here from Dolomites, fan number one. Thank you for the super. People like Joy and Don Lemon are used to be the racial watchdogs for BS and distract people from more pressing issues. Absolutely.
What are those more pressing issues? Please explain. What are those more pressing issues? Please, let's see if she gets into it.
Yeah. Another super chat from Insight of the Ages. Why can't Joy use her platform to talk about all the traffickers of minority children arrested under Donald Trump's watch? Yeah.
Well, she did. She talked about the illegal arrests that were done at the border. Because when somebody's claiming asylum, that's international law. And if you arrest those children, that's illegal. And I'm sorry, no, Trump didn't have record arrests of minority traffickers? He didn't. He put minority children in jail, separated their families, authored by Stephen Miller, in order to shame people and torture people from coming to the United States and claiming asylum, which they have a legal right to do. But let's continue.
Actually, while we're talking about Joy, that's a good question. We know the answer. She's biased and she's getting paid, but I have another thing that I want to show you. I'm going to lower my...
You know what? This is the fucked up part about it is when somebody's calling out her for getting paid to spew a message, she gets into a bitch fit. Again, we can go back to my DMs. Yes, she's a fucking grifter. Does she believe it or not? I don't give a fuck. But she's pushing a narrative where she has ample evidence to prove that she's fucking wrong. But she's doing it for $5 super chats here, $5 super chats there to make herself feel good. Because as Ben Shapiro said it before, she feels good going to sleep on her big pile of money. But let's continue.
My voice now because that was the most intense part of the show, I promise. No, I'm not. I'm lying. Let me lower my voice. I want to show you something else while we're on the topic of Joy Reid, because I also saw this, and I don't think this individual knows how to be a journalist.
All right. So, I'm going to do a little content warning right here because I want you guys to know how fucking disgusted I am with this. And you're going to see some, and I should be doing this for the police brutality videos, but you're going to see some just fucked up ass violence. And we're going to do a little content warning right here. You will actually see violence visited upon people. And if you haven't known already, you're going to see some horribly blatant stupidity by this assemblance of a person, this total waste of human DNA, based on the shit she's about to say right here. Let's go.
I really don't think they do, because in order to be a journalist, you have to be willing to be observant and to think critically about things, okay? Which she evidently is doing neither. Let's take a look at this. I'm sure you guys saw this over the weekend as well. Some people that were, some Haitian refugees were being whipped. They were being whipped by Border Patrol on horses. And Joy says, this is beyond repulsive. Are these images from 2021 or 1851? What? We're going back to the cotton fields. What? Okay, this looks pretty intense, right? It looks pretty intense right here. Oh, yeah. Oh, look, it looks like he's smiling. Oh, yeah. All right, you want to see what actually happened? Look at this. Hold on. Does this look chaotic to you? Does this look chaotic? Do you see any whips? You see any whips? I don't see any whips. So,
you stupid motherfucker. You literally showed the picture of the Border Patrol smacking people with a fucking rein. I know English language, English hard. But there is a couple of meanings of the word whip. You can whip somebody in a game, means beat them, means very badly. Whip is also a noun. It's a physical thing. And you can also do the other verb, meaning taking someone and physically beating somebody with it. You show pictures You showed pictures. But the conservative mind is so fucking stupid. They can't hold more than one thought in their fucking head. Because it'll be too hard. But let's hear her explanation.
Joy is exacerbating the problem by not critically thinking and tweeting things out that is false. Okay, so she's saying that she's trying to paint this as, oh my god, I can't believe these poor innocent Haitians are getting whipped by these scary white men on horses. First of all, they're border patrol. Second of all, it's not a whip. It's a horse rein. You know, the ones that go whoosh, yeah, whoosh, and they ride, you know.
They didn't get beat by a horse rein because it's not a whip. They didn't get whipped by it because it's not a whip. It's a horse rein. It's a horse rein. So it's okay. It's okay. It's a horse rein. So it's okay. You get your ass out there, stand in that fucking water, and you get smacked by it, and you tell me how okay it is. You do that. It's the fact is, no one said these Haitians are innocent. What is motherfuckers like this? Her, Candace Owens, oh, they're not innocent. They're breaking the law. You're telling me that you push that the U.S. is the greatest country in the world and people shouldn't want to come here to make a better life? A country that we fucking broke through placing puppet-ass dictators. A country that we broke by sanctions, by cutting off aid. A country that we fucked up because we just wanted it because it's a nice little place in the area. And oh yeah, we can grow sugar there. But no. What did they do wrong? And it wasn't really whipped. I'm sorry, guys. You asked me to cover this video, and right now I'm kind of pissed about this. Hey. Yeah. I'm done with people like this. And then when people call her a sellout, when people say she's dancing for masses, her words, not mine. When people call her out for this shit, she has a bitch fit. She makes it where, what do you mean? I'm just speaking the truth. No, you're lying and you're at worst omitting the truth. You're taking parts of truth. At the very least. At worst, you're just fucking stupid. At worst, you're just fucking stupid. And as we do with all of dumbass videos right here, let's just pull it up right quick. Here, watch this.
You just think I'm stupid. Thank you so much for the super. Don't forget.
And just to leave you guys with this, let's go.
You just think I'm stupid. Thank you so much for the super. Don't forget that Kamala withheld evidence that would have kept a man out of prison. This was as CAAG. The hell is that? CAG?
People like this, they're doing it for the money. And I don't know what else to say. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, sorry I got a little bit aggravated, but if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Share the video. If you're following on Twitch, if you're watching on Twitch and you haven't hit that follow button, hit that follow button. And thank you.